So we are right here with the master designer, Am, as we call him. Put his Instagram right here. We could do like the Ed range on top, move that down there. So this is where all the magic happens. Not in that way.
In that way.
Another vlog here with my boy Battleship Evil 8.
Why do you always catch me off guard like that? No.
Off
Every
guard.
fucking time.
All the time. Yo, what is up, YouTubers? So the wrapping process is about to start tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is, not today but tomorrow, take apart all the trim, the door handle. No, the door handle could stay. I just need to take off all the trim around the door. I need to take off the wide body. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it that way.
24 hours later.
Alright, so now I'm gonna start wrapping the car. I need to take this off. I need to take the fender off again so I could clean it really good, since it's like really dirty. I haven't washed the car, so I'm just gonna wipe it down really good. I'm gonna have to take off the rear wide body in order to wrap the whole side. That way you don't see any of the color underneath. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it the right way. So I'm gonna wrap the whole car, and then I'm gonna have to wait to wrap this rear panel right here, because I do need to reprint a piece for that, so I can wrap that separately and make it match the actual wrap. And that's just to do it the right way, so that way you don't see any color underneath. I was gonna go ahead and just paint whatever you could see satin black, but I'd rather just do it the right way, and yeah, just do it the right way. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take all this off, whatever I need to take off, and we'll get started on the wrap.
Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you. Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you. Send me.
Alright, so me being the happy person that I am, the excited person that I am, to go ahead and put stuff on the vehicle, I completely forgot that the Bondo ended up coming off here. So there's like a big old gap right here, so I do have to go get some Bondo and fill that up before I wrap this side. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the other side. And finally here, I'm gonna reveal the color that I'm doing. So I'm gonna show you guys this little clip right here, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing.
Up in paradise up above. If you will tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, and off the weekend. Oh, life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you will tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, and off the weekend. Oh, shaboom.
What I call that wrap right there, I call it the ghost print. The reason I call it ghost print is because the design, you could like kind of see it in certain lighting, and in other lighting you can't. So that's why I decided to do that. I've done it plenty of times before in the past on cars, and I thought it was gonna be perfect to do it on this one. So I've been saving this for quite some time now and waiting for the car to be ready to wrap, and it's finally here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this whole side right here. So this is a printed piece, and it's not like a regular color change wrap to where you could wrap one panel at a time to make sure you tuck in the wrap good. So I'm just gonna have to do it in one straight piece, and that is exactly why I've waited so long in order to have these fenders, because if not, the fenders will not line up. Well, it will line up if I reprint it, but I don't want to reprint it. That's why I just waited till the fenders got here in order to wrap the car. So the moment we've all been waiting for.
A few moments later.
Darling, you. Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you.
finished wrapping this side and I'm kind of upset. I found like a little bubble. I'm pretty sure you can see it there from the Bondo trying to lift up off of the car. So I'm gonna have to sand that down and fix it and then rewrap the door, but I'll do that later. For now, this thing looks awesome. I have to do the other side before, put Bondo on the other door before I wrap the other side. And I'm gonna go through everything, make sure there's no imperfections on the vehicle. And then the roof, and the reason I cut it off here is because the roof doesn't have any like molding on the, it doesn't have any molding on it like regular cars do. So I have to seam it there, and I'll throw some knifeless tape down here so it could be a clean line and it's not too noticeable. So I was gonna wrap the whole thing today, but that door ruined it for me. So either way, I still gotta print out the rear fender, so that gives me a little bit of time. So this is why we call it ghost print. You see how you can't see anything in the back, it just looks sad and black. So it's kind of like a ghost effect. So you see it, you see something, you see how like right there you can't really see the design, but if you go down like that, you see it. And that is why it is called ghost print. Oh man, that freaking bubble thing is bugging me. More and more work to be done. Like every time I look and turn around, I find something else. So I will get new moldings whenever I have the money to do so. But for now, I'm gonna just buy the Bondo, fix the other door, wrap the car, and do all the other necessary stuff that I need to do. I only put one seat in there because I wanted to see what it would look like. And I still need to take the whole interior apart and find the rust, get rid of the rust, put the interior back on. I think before I put the interior back on, I'm gonna do the speakers in the rear, so that way I don't have to struggle on taking everything off just to get to the speakers. So I'm gonna do that as well. Alright, so I actually finished wrapping the other side and I didn't record it. I was just like so excited about it that I was just in a rush to do it. So I went ahead and did that. I also went ahead and glued on my carbon vents to my fenders, to the Shine Auto fenders. And I used this stuff called JB Weld, I believe it was, and it was for like plastic to plastic, but it was also for fiberglass and other composites. So it actually worked pretty well, but just like the way I glued one side on, the fitment isn't too well. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of that seam sealer in the back of the vent, so that way the air doesn't like end up breaking the glue or whatever with all the elements, and then the vent comes flying off. So I need to put some of that seam sealer behind there on both fenders, and then eventually so I need to put the seam sealer on both fenders, let them dry out, and then paint the seam sealer so you don't see it. And probably on the vent that is sticking out a little bit, I might put a little bit of caulking on there, black caulking, so it seals that up nicely, but I'm not sure yet, so I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. Alright, if you see here, there is like a huge gap right here, and I believe that is my fault. I don't know why that is, but I'm pretty sure it is my fault. But either way, I might just put some caulking right here so it seals that up really well. And you see what I'm talking about, like right here it lines up like really perfect, and right here it doesn't. Maybe because I put the glue through the backside and then it like built up on itself, and then it made like a gap, so it left the gap on there. But I did manage to put some stuff on top of it to hold pressure on it. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but I will investigate that and probably redo this side. Alright, so I installed and I fixed the vent as much as I could, and I seam sealed it. I also seam sealed the other vent. So the car is completely wrapped. I do have the fenders off due to the fact that I'm working on the car right now, and you guys will see later what exactly I'm doing to it. So I ended up fixing most of the gap right here. I mean, there's still a little bit more, but I mean, you can't really complain with like aftermarket parts. Maybe I had to shave this down a little bit more in order to fit properly, but I didn't. I mean, it fits perfect most of the way. It's just right here in this section right here where it like pops up a little bit, but I will put some black caulking or something on there just to make it flat and smooth and no air gets trapped in there and pushing the vent out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I did put some seam sealer in the back of the vent as well, so that way no air flows through there and ends up popping it out of place. Let me explain a little bit about this design. So I'm gonna walk around the whole car and show you guys why I put what I put on this design. And I designed this car, this wrap myself. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a wrap and what everything on the wrap, like what the parts on the design are and what they mean. So let's start over here in the back. So we got the rear bumper and we got a koi fish right there, which that represents my tattoo. So basically I incorporated some of my tattoos onto the vehicle. So the rotary, not the rotary fish, the koi fish represents my tattoo. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. So that's why I put that, and then I put some waves going in there onto the koi fish. What I have here are some rotors that match my tattoo as well. Up here in the trunk we got another rotor. We got the koi fish, we got Takata, APR, and treadwear. On the side we do have treadwear, and the reason I put treadwear, let's start off with treadwear. The reason I put them is because they've been hooking me up since the beginning, since I had my Subaru. So that is why I put them on there. Also on the door we have, let's start off with the rear quarter panel. What we have here is a rotor with the F&E emblem in the center, and I put that spread out around the car. What we have here is a rotary airplane, which is dropping rotary bombs, so I call it a rotary bomber. And if you guys could see, it starts off small and goes big, and that also represents my tattoo because I do have that tattooed on my arm. What we have on the door is Forever Broke, not only because I like their design, because they've always helped me out. Huge shout out to them, and they've been good to me since the beginning. We got another F&E rotor, we got the regular rotor over here, and the fender has a koi fish. Let me show you guys right here. So the koi fish starts right there and ends at the beginning of the door. And in Japanese writing we have Ed Range, I believe that is. We have another F&E rotor at the APR, and I wanted to show you guys this right here. We do have, let me show you, you can see it better over here. So we have the money rolls right here, and the reason I put that is because this car takes up a lot of my money. So yeah, it takes up a lot of my money. I should have added a clock because it takes up a lot of time too. So up here I got the koi fish, the APR, Takata on that side, and then the F&E rotor. Basically it's like the same patterns repeated all over the vehicle. Up here we got Forever Broke, and I might need to redo this hood because it was sitting outside for a few months wrapped and the sun kind of beat it up, so I just want everything to look new again. The front bumper I do need to redo, not only because it is simple in the design, you can't really see it, I gotta add more in there, and another reason is because when I've been working on the car, the bumper has gotten completely tore up, and when they were working on a custom lip for me, it got a lot worse and more beat up than it already was, but I was already going to replace it either way, so that didn't bug me. And so I made the actual hood mat so it matches with the headlight cover here. So you see, this is what I'm talking about, why I might have to redo it. I don't know if it's just because it's dirty and I just got to clean it real good, but it looks a lot different than the headlight cover. So it looks like it got a little faded, so I'm going to have to redo that. And that's basically it. The thing I have to rewrap is the quarter panels, rear wide body quarter panels, because of this treadwear piece right here. It was missing on the flare, so I sent the wrong file over to them, and this wasn't on there. And what this treadwear is sitting on is actually a samurai, which is another one of my tattoos. I don't know if you guys could see it that good, but you guys saw it earlier in the video. And that is another tattoo that I have, and that is a reason why I incorporated that in there. And that is basically the whole reason why I did this car, is to like look like it has tattoos, but we do call it ghost print, and that is why once again I put Ghost Rx7 on the treadwear tire lettering. And Takata, I want to give a huge shout out to Takata because they always have been good to me and always take care of me when it comes down to belts and accessories. So thank you very much, Takata. I really appreciate them. And I still need to add a couple more stickers on the side of the car from Takata. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I will add their stuff onto my vehicle because they always help me out. So it's only fair if I do and put their name on my vehicle. All right, now that the rear portion is wrapped, now we could go ahead and put on these emblems. So we got the Mazda and Rx7, and these are genuine parts. These angles right here, they're not how do I say this, entirely straight, so this like curves up, and so I wouldn't want to go with that angle there. So I'm just gonna have to like eye it out and put them on once I think they're straight. And I do this a lot. I do it at work when angles and you don't have any reference points to measure from. It's kind of hard to get everything straight. So that should be like hopefully straight. I'm going off of sounds ridiculous, but I'm going off of a video game, and this is how it is set up right here.
Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise, I suppose. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, shaboom, and off the begin. Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise, I suppose. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, shaboom, and off the begin. Oh,
So I'm sorry if this is like kind of a long video. I just wanted to show you guys putting the emblems on and show you guys a wrap and show you guys how this build is coming along. I also believe the vehicle is going to look amazing because all of the carbon accents with the satin black, as you guys can see, the diffuser, the muffler guard, whatever, fire guard, the reverse lights, we got the wing, we got these carbon door handles, we have a I left a little bit of carbon showing on the hood, so that's gonna make the pop. We got the carbon fiber vents on the fenders and a couple more carbon pieces that I will be adding to the vehicle, so that will make it look perfect in my eyes. So if you guys like the wrap, like the way the car looks, like the way the build is going, then do me a huge favor and press that like button. Let's get this video to 100 likes, and make sure to subscribe and tell your friends about this because this build is gonna look insane once it is done. This is just a little teaser of what it's kind of gonna look like, and I still need more parts to add on. I'm still waiting on some parts to come in for the actual body part of the car, and I'm gonna start working on the engine in the next couple of videos, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I post videos. So one more thing before we end this video, I wanted to show you guys my license plates. Hi K bye. If you guys think I should make hats and sweaters with that exact look right there, make sure to comment down below, and also let me know what you guys think about the entire build and how it's coming along. I really would love to hear your opinion on it. So if you guys could do that, that would be amazing. I really hope you guys like the video and like the wrap itself. As I told you guys before, this wrap, I have not seen it anywhere else at car shows. I mean, I've seen a couple with like a cheetah print or like different designs, but I never truly seen one like this. If you guys like this video, once again, if you guys like the car, like how it looks, like the build, and want to see more of the build, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends about it because this is gonna be one of the cleanest Rx7 builds, that is in my point of view, and hopefully your guys' as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed. Once again, Ed Range, keep on rotating. Peace.